Let's go.
Perfect timing. All right. Well, welcome to the first official episode of Relatively Chaotic,
Woo-hoo.
starring Austin, Danielle, and yours truly, Haley. So welcome to the group chat.
Woo!
The chaos unfolds.
All right. The chaos unfolds. We did talk last week, but anybody have any updates that they're dying to share since the last time we chatted?
That's a good question. I'm on the verge, I feel like, of feeling like I should move to California. That's what I've learned in the last week since I last saw you guys. That's my update. I was in California. It was 80 degrees, and then I came back to Portland, and it was not 80 degrees. So
how much was it?
What'd you say?
What was the temperature?
When I got back, it was like 45.
It's negative 11
It was not good.
I'll feel 45, but I support you. Is it temperature or like your closest to like Disney or just like dance or what are all your... I know you have a pro and con list.
Yeah, well, it was mostly the temperature. I mean, I feel like since I've moved out of Iowa, I've just realized how much I care about wind, and then followed by that temperature.
Don't come to Iowa this week.
That was like
shit is blowing everywhere.
Which is ironic because, and we could talk about this later, but I'm pretty sure I'm an air sign and I hate wind, so but
let's unpack that in our sections to come. But yeah, don't come to Iowa this week.
I assume there's a shit ton of snow. Are we allowed to swear?
There's like no snow, really. There's like a teeny tiny dusting, but you got snow?
Yeah. It's like my
we did not get any snow.
Which is on top of it.
Danielle, I hate to tell you this, but like I can't see you clearly. I can't hear you clearly. You're at 50%, girl.
That's true.
Austin's at 97.
Oh.
That's better?
Oh, wait, I think that got worse.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have said anything.
I know. I went to 52%.
Still got it. This was a journey.
It did. You're at 57% now.
Where are you finding these percentages?
It's at the top of your
I'm
screen.
the leader of the group, so I get to see things.
Oh, I see.
I
don't actually know what you can see. Ooh, what's my score?
Yours is 99.
Oh, delightful. So is Austin's. Just Danielle's feeling here.
I don't want to fail. This stresses me out. Are my stats improving?
They are improving.
God damn it, Janet. This is stressful. Okay, I'm on it. I'm working
Don't
through
worry,
this.
we still love you.
It's gonna be my best angle yet. It's gonna be good.
I feel like this represents. I feel like this represents what may have been Danielle's emotional journey over the last week, but only she can tell.
Yeah. Oh, you're up to well, you were at 68% and now you're at 0. I'm not really sure what's happening, but
0? I don't know.
You're back up to 68.
Okay, I was like, I don't know what to do about this. Oh my god.
I love this.
You do? Okay. We're doing it. We're great. Thriving. What were we talking about?
10 out of 10. Would recommend.
I'm doing my best.
Okay, so Austin's update is that he's considering moving to California, which I've never been to California, so I totally support this because then I could visit you and be in California.
Same. Confusion.
Right? I have been to the Upper West Coast, but I have not been to the, well, I take that back. It's really just California I've never been to. Obviously, I saw you in Oregon. Did we go to Washington when I was there that one time? Or did we stay in Oregon?
It's hard to say. It's such an easy drive over the river. So
Yeah, I don't remember. It was Sophia's 13th birthday, so it was 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Right.
That's
so yeah, just maybe not California.
Yeah.
I feel like more time on the East Coast. So
yeah, I feel like the East Coast just feels more accessible from the Midwest for some reason. It's just a mountain range in between me and you, but that feels like a bigger haul than going from you to East Coast. And a shorter flight, certainly.
Yeah. I think you're right. It has to do with the mountains because, you don't have to try that hard to get across the flat plains of the Midwest.
And you just slide through in the winter.
Yeah.
One sled right away.
Soar on over.
Can we pause? Can we pause and just acknowledge that Danielle has never looked better, nor sounded more dulcet as in right now?
You are at 97%, Danielle, so I feel like this was a win.
Okay. I was like, are you being sarcastic? I don't know.
No, I'm nothing but love and support. We all know this.
Austin is never sarcastic. That was not certainly in his repertoire growing up.
That's so true.
With Andy, he's never sarcastic ever.
Not something he learned.
He kept that all to himself.
Yeah, he held that one tight.
Andy is my father, for anyone who wants to know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So maybe we should mention
how we know each other.
We're all cousins. We come from a very large Midwestern family of 11 siblings. My mom is number 2 of 11. Danielle, I know your mom's number 10, so that would make Andy number 9.
He's the youngest boy. He's the youngest boy, right?
He is. I think he's
because he's just before Anne.
Wait a minute. Who can
do the song?
Yeah.
Do the song. Yeah.
Do it. No, I never have a name.
Oh, how disappointing
I can say it in the
rhythm.
But I could not give you the names.
You can't.
I mean, I could give the names.
What's the point of knowing the rhythm if you don't know their names?
This is not
the song, Haley.
Okay, it's Deb, Linda, Steve, Pam, Mark, Kathy, Mick, Kim, Andy, Ann, and Julie.
There we go.
Andy and Julie. Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, he's number 9. So Linda, for reference, is my mom, number 2. And then Andy, number 9, is Austin's dad. And then Ann is Danielle's mom.
Dang. That was impressive, though. My goal has always been to learn that, but I have never done it, so,
I mean, I don't think the order is going to change at this point, so...
I don't know. They shuffle around.
I don't think they have it anymore, so you're set.
Yeah, I think she's been done for a hot minute, so...
Duly noted. All right, since I can start working on this. Maybe for next week.
There you go.
Do I need to send it to you in a text so you can know the order?
Yeah, I will ask
you. You have the rhythm.
That's right. As a dancer, that's the most important part to me. The words were not so much.
So you're potentially going to move to California.
That's
exciting. Anywhere specific in California, like Anaheim or LA or?
The orange.
Don't do LA. I've heard the traffic is awful.
Yeah. I don't think LA.
But if you do, I want to go to the Olympics and then I'll stay with you.
Yes.
Ooh.
That would be very convenient if you could just plan your location about where you're living around.
Then you'd have to buy a car because the public transit there isn't ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be an expensive move for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What if you just tried it out in 2028?
Just took Whimsy by the horns and just popped right over there. Could be. Could be it. Yeah. All right. For consideration. But I feel like there's a lot of factors to consider.
Yeah. Okay. So other than considering moving to California, what else exciting or terrible has happened between now and the last time we chatted?
Danielle?
Noah Khan is releasing an album next week, and I'm very excited about it.
Who is releasing an album?
Noah Khan.
Shaka Khan?
Yes, Shaka Khan. Have you ever heard the song, what is it, the Stick Season?
What?
Yeah, Stick Season is
his well-known song.
What style?
It's not really your, club beat kind of...
It's really not.
So, it doesn't surprise me, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Once it comes out, you'll have to do a full listen and give us a full analysis.
Get a bachelorette party that day, so I'll do my best. We'll get it to you within
I'm gonna be very honest. Next time when we talk about this, I'm gonna ask how the Shaka Khan album release was, and
I'll get back to you on that.
Perfect.
What about you, Haley? Any updates?
Yes. So I got hearing aids last week because I thought that I had hearing loss, but turns out you guys will think this is really on brand. I have an auditory processing disorder. So I hear fine. But my brain cannot process the things that it's hearing. So a help for that is hearing aids. But it's a process of retraining my brain and then finding the settings within the hearing aids that work. So yeah, I got hearing aids. So far, I think it's been going fine.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Are the settings you would be adjusting like essentially like the ways in which you can filter out sound, or because it's not about amplification, right? It's just about prioritizing sound?
It does amplify sounds, but the hearing aids will know what to prioritize based on certain settings within the app. So the hearing aids will know, depending on like what settings I select, if I want to prioritize voices, or like if I'm in like a crowded restaurant and I'm like facing someone in a booth, it will know to like prioritize the sounds in front of me versus the sounds behind me.
Oh, interesting.
So like, yes, it does amplify, but more importantly, like the AI within the hearing aids will know what to select or like what to send to me to be able to hear.
That's crazy. But cool that you got, yeah.
It was really crazy because like I wasn't quite sure how it was working, and obviously it's going to be an adjustment and finding the right settings and all of that. But so my friend Colleen and I, we go to the gym multiple times a week together. We call it the booty store. So if I ever reference the booty store, that's what. So we were at the gym on Monday, and she is used to having to like at the gym, because it's loud, she's used to having to like stand in front of me so I can see her when we're talking because I can't hear her. And she was behind me and she made a comment or like asked me a question, and I answered her, and she's like, "Oh my God, you can hear me." And I was like, "Yeah, you remember I got hearing aids?" And like, it's certainly not perfect, but it has been helping in certain situations that I normally would struggle to know what was going on.
Thanks.
So
yeah, that's amazing. I feel like as someone who values health, any kind of like I don't know, discovery, life improvement is just, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for you.
Well,
Haley.
also, thank you. Well, also, like, I'm sure that my husband is like annoyed with me because he'll be talking to me and I'm like, I have no fucking idea what you just said to me.
Someone who has lived with you, I can empathize.
I'm sure that you can.
Why don't we dig into that, Danielle?
Oh,
some stories.
She would just literally look at me and be like, I don't know, I wasn't listening.
Okay, but those are two different things. Sometimes I am genuinely just no longer paying attention to you. I have ADHD. I don't have the attention span for that.
I'm gonna say it's because you have an auditory processing disorder and ADHD.
Yeah, and then,
not on me.
Yeah. Yes. No, it has nothing. Well, okay. So my ADHD brain says that you talk too much, and that's our
limit
problem.
Does not exist.
I don't think that's accurate, but whatever helps you sleep at night.
Any other news? New news?
New news. I'm glad Danielle got that reference. Otherwise, I would have felt like an idiot.
I said it.
New news? Oh, well, what's the reference? I don't got this.
Oh, it's the Kelsey Brothers podcast. I don't know what they then say after they say new news, but that's like their thing. And you know what's sad is I've watched at least 2 episodes of that podcast, and I still don't know what happens after they say new news. So maybe they talk too much.
Everyone talks too much for your convenience.
That's fair. That's fair.
Dang. Okay, you know what is ironic? You guys just told me shortly ago that I should not come to Iowa, and I will definitely be coming to Iowa in the next week. So this is, I've already forgotten.
I forgot about that.
Same.
Shocker.
Pack warm.
Yeah. So have fun with that.
I like a layer. Layers are good, but I'm not going outside.
You shouldn't. You will die.
Yeah.
It's like it's dangerous. I can't say it wasn't bad. I have not left my house, so
Yeah. Any
it
updates
did
on
look bad from my window.
on your car situation? Have you actually read your insurance
Yes,
thing?
I did read the like recommendation, and then I told her I read it, and then I didn't hear back for 3 days, and then I sent a message through the app, and I haven't heard back yet. So yeah, hopefully they can figure it out. And also, I don't know how I'm getting to this bachelorette party that I am
Good planning.
But do you know? That's a problem for me later.
That's a problem for future Danielle, not current Danielle.
I can't do anything about it right now, so I'm trying not to borrow stress. I'm stressing up without that. So it's going really well, to answer your question.
Well, if we are all caught up from last week, oh, look at your little kitty.
Oh
she's attacking me. Go away, baby.
Cat.
You just throw your cat across the room?
She's on a chair. She's fine.
A likely story. Okay, so moving into our first actual segment of this, we're calling this segment Factory Settings, aka Why We Are the Way That We Are. And in this segment today, we're going to be exploring our zodiac signs, which I feel like we have been placed fully into the appropriate zodiac for our personalities. Although Austin has an argument for his zodiac sign.
Oh,
so
no.
would you like to one, tell us what your zodiac is, and then give us your argument?
Yeah, when you said I had an argument, I immediately forgot entirely what you were referring to. But I think it like
who has ADHD here? Is it me or you?
I think like
all of us.
I think you know the answer.
Well, like Mariah Carey, it's all coming back to me now. So I think I will.
That's Celine Dion.
I endeavor, like Moira Rose, to never get a quote right in this season of life. So I will continue to.
Listen, if your goal in life is to be like Moira Rose, I can't even be mad about it. Like,
Thank you.
Lean in.
And I guess that's maybe a good question to ask. Is Moira Rose Gemini enough? Which is my sign, Gemini. I don't know. What does it say about Gemini? I mean, the twin, right?
Okay, so if you did not Google this like I did, because I like to be prepared.
Hold on. Can we just talk about the read?
The read?
If you did not Google this like I did, because I like to be prepared. What am I over here? What am I? What is this? All tea, no shade? I did Google Gemini for the record, Haley.
Okay. All right. So I'll let you go first. Explain your sign, how you think it is appropriate for you, and your argument against why you don't think it's appropriate. And if you've forgotten, I'm happy to remind you.
Thank you. That's the memory support that I feel like I really need in life. But
I'm here for you.
Leading the blind.
We'll get somewhere together.
I know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on with you.
So Gemini, the twins, yes, twins is the sign, and I mean, I feel like they're known for being multi-faced, or like having a lot of interests is really what I generally think of when I think of Gemini. Typically, maybe quick-witted, but just a lot of different passions, hobbies, maybe social groups that they're like butterflying between. I feel like my general impression, and also the things that I think of about myself that kind of like feel relevant. But Haley, do you feel like you found other descriptors?
Certainly. No. I think that's spot on.
Okay, I was like, was that me again?
No, my phone definitely rang, and it ended the session.
You were like explaining something, and right before you gave us the key piece of information, it like froze. So just like start there, wherever that was. Yeah, you can just re-describe. Okay. Actually, you'll get it.
So Gemini is the connector, a live wire of ideas and conversation, and then one of the key traits is can shift roles, moods, and interests with ease. So I totally think that.
You're a chameleon, are you?
Yeah. Strengths would be clever, versatile, and engaging. Watch outs are restless, inconsistent, and easily distracted, which I'm certainly not. witnessed.
Oh, it's like, wow,
in
this
the
is
last
looking
few
into your
moments
soul.
of this podcast.
Yeah, I think that all resonates. And it's an air sign, which
there's your argument.
yes, on
You're
one
back.
also resonates because that's like it's like an element of freedom and liberation and like you might say light-footedness. However, as someone who hates the wind, I don't know that I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much about the like physical ramifications of wind.
You're a breath of fresh air. You're not the wind. Air
Thank
has
you.
many different things to
That's so
offer,
true.
Austin.
So have you ever seen Paint Your Wagon?
So long
No.
ago. Wait, really?
Well, they call the wind Mariah. It's a whole song. Anyway, I guess not.
Is that where Mariah Carey came in?
Yes, definitely. Mariah Carey ties right into that. But yeah, when you said like the wind, that's what made me think of it.
Wait, can we pause though? Danielle, you've never seen Paint Your Wagon?
No, I don't even know what it is. Is it a musical?
Phenomenal. It's a phenomenal musical. You have to
Fair.
watch it.
Love it. I'm down. I love a musical. I've seen most of them, but nope, not that one. Can we also add Miss Saigon? Because I haven't seen that, and it's been on my list.
Well, I don't think it's a movie, so.
Oh, it's not? Dang.
I don't think so. Because Miss Saigon is 10 out of 10. Fantastic. You'll bawl your eyes out.
That one I haven't seen.
Can't wait.
I definitely recommend. Okay, so any other thoughts on your Gemini personality and how that applies to your life?
Well, like we said, it's like multi-interest, multi-hobby. I do think that's true. I think I often end up with too many ambitions, which I feel like is related. Though I will say, as someone who in the second half of his life got into project management, I think that has like kind of helped like rein in the scope of how thin I spread myself and or also simultaneously empowered me to do more. So, but I
organized way. You're just really organized in your doing more.
That it does, yeah. I do feel like a Gemini, but you know what is interesting though? I found not a good rep in the dating scene. Not a good rep. But one, Gemini, bad rep in the dating scene. Two, relevant because in this season of life, I am like pulling a very specific demographic of suitors in my dating life, and they're all mid-20s, like, which not ageist, but that's just the trend. It's just trending. This is what's trending. Mid-20s into astrology. So I've heard about myself like in every date for the last 2 months. What about my sign? It's just I'm just like
I want to unpack this way more.
yeah, we can circle back to my dating life. It could be its own segment, but it's just it's relevant. I've heard about my sign so much in the last 2 months. I could write a book.
You are mad about your sign? I don't know. I super enjoy your sign. So those people seem like idiots to me, and you should just throw them out.
I feel like I've heard that though. Like Gemini definitely does have like a almost two-faced instead of like multi. Like it's like what's real? And I feel like you are genuine because you're like not genuine rapper.
Pony?
Anyone? You're genuine because I feel like you are interested in many things. It's not just like you're like code switching to like get people to like you. Like it's a genuine thing about you that's true. It's not like you're being fake.
I do feel like I'm always trying to come from a source of like truth within myself, even if I'm like sliding between conversations or like social engagements. I will say though, the like two-faced like multi-sidedness felt certainly a lot more true when I was younger, more like in the closet or like coming out. Like it did feel like there was like more personalities or like being very specific about what part of myself I was surfacing. On the other hand, I feel like I have gotten feedback in my life, I don't remember when, that sometimes like the accuracy of my statement or like how much I was like sourcing from truth was in question because it was just so consistently positive that like they weren't sure whether to take me at face value because there wasn't a contrast in the theme of my feedback. But like you were saying, and like I was just saying earlier, I do feel like I'm only ever really saying statements that come from a place of truth. I just might be focusing on the positive part of it. So
overall, you're a more positive person, so it's not.
That's not like a front.
right.
Yeah, you're not pretending to be happy-go-lucky all the time. Like, it's just you tend to, in general, focus more on the positive things.
Yep.
Which is almost always a good thing. But I think you feel that, you just don't necessarily voice it to other people all the time, which...
Yep. Well,
especially if you don't know them that well. Like, you're like, oh, we've dated a couple times. I'm not going to, like, trauma dump on you.
that's true. Well, the
Right.
feedback was actually from a close friend at the time. She was kind of giving me shit that I, was like how seriously they should take my, like, whatever I was responding to at the time. Which, I mean, it was a good point for reflection. So, always be honest with me. But if we could circle back for a second, Danielle, you said 9 times out of 10 me being positive is a good thing. Can you talk about the 1 out of 10 times that you experienced where that wasn't
I
the
don't
case?
have like an example. I just mean like I get the point of like that feedback, right? Where you're like, okay, are you being honest? Like, not, you can't be happy all the time. No one's happy all the time. No one's positive all the time. So like, you don't want to put doubt into that. I mean, I obviously know you well enough that I would just call you out. But
rightly so.
Right. And I was like, and that's fine, and we have like deep conversations about things. So like, I know how to interpret the positive to be like, that was him actually being bitchy. That's just his way of saying it.
Yeah.
That was a negative in Austin.
Yeah, that was Austin's negative opinion. Just happens to sound positive if you don't know what the heck he's talking about.
Correct. But I don't think that's bad. Where Haley and I are both like direct, and we'll just be an outright bitch. Like,
I'm fine.
I don't think it's like, again, I don't think it's because you're not genuine. I think it's just that is your outlook on life. Yeah. Like, that is your personality. It's who you are.
Do you feel like...
And that's nice, and I could probably be more of that.
But why? But why?
See, right there, that was
a good segue to your personality type, Danielle.
Yeah, great segue into Danielle's personality. Danielle, as we briefly mentioned, the two of us are fire signs. Would you like to dive in first to your fire sign? Because I know you took notes, but I just don't know what they're about.
I didn't write. I put I was an Aries. I'm an Aries, the first of the zodiacs, but like, I don't know. But you have Chatty to describe me.
I do. I did ask Chatty to provide me with key traits of your personality. So Aries is known as the initiator. Your core vibe is raw momentum in human form, which I do not disagree with. Let's see. Some key traits would be highly independent and self-driven, bold, confident, and action-oriented, passionate and energetic, moves fast, feels fast. Strengths are fearless, motivating, and decisive. Watch outs, impulsive, hot-tempered, struggles with slowing down. I don't always agree with impulsive. However, I am a Sagittarius and live and breathe impulsivity. So I think it's just a comparison.
That's fair, but I'm a planner. I wouldn't say I'm impulsive. If I have to make a choice, I will. And if I'm pissed, I can maybe be impulsive, but I think I've
burned it down.
I have. I've like, as I've aged, I think I've like, instead of being reactive, we'll do some self-reflection, and maybe in my head I'll cuss you down, but I won't let it out. It's funny you say that, because I was talking to my boss today in a one-on-one, and she was like, I think you, like, we were talking about humility and like taking feedback, and she was like, I think you do a great job. And I said, and I'm glad you think that, but I think you also know that I want feedback, but I need to sit with it before I will accept it. Like, I want to hear it, but then I'm going to hurt my feelings, and then I'm going to process it. Like, it's a process to get there. So I don't have that humility. I'm not gonna like freak out on her either, so I wouldn't say impulsive.
If it makes you feel better, humility was not a key trait of the Aries fire sign.
So, did you guys know that, oh Lord, it's hard to be humble is the song my dad things to me because he doesn't
I
think
did
I'm
know that.
cool.
I did know that. Which, who the fuck is talking, Dennis? When have you ever been humble a day in your goddamn life? I'd like to see it.
Thank you. I'll send
Some self-reflection is in order, Dennis. Also, okay, so Anna's your mom, Dennis is your dad.
Yes.
Fun fact for your family is that Dennis is also sibling number 10 in a large family.
Neither of them were the youngest.
And neither of them were the youngest. So that's a fun fact for your family. And you know
I
how I
have
feel
no
about fun
relatives.
facts. Yeah. You know what I was thinking about? So obviously, like we're cousins and we have this big family on one parent side, but then the three of us have very different experiences on the other parent side. Because like Danielle, your dad is one of 13. So then you have a very large family on your dad's side as well. And on my dad's side, like he's one of 4, but he was the only one that had kids. So like my brother and we have no cousins on my dad's side. And Austin, I know that your mom has a few siblings, obviously not as many as your dad. And then you do have some cousins on your mom's side, but I'm not sure, I guess, the size of your mom's family.
Yeah, both my mom and stepmom have, I want to say a similar number of siblings for each of them. And I do have cousins in both those sides of the family, but more on my stepmom's side, more on the Griner side than my mom's side for sure. It's like, I feel like it's maybe like 4 to 5 maybe on my mom's side, and well, maybe it is 4 to 5 on the Griner side. I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's nothing like the Nevermans for sure.
Well, are you close
or the Webbers?
Because I feel like it's also like I'm close to both sides, and I feel like that's not always necessarily true either. Like I graduated with a cousin on my dad's side, and she's like my best friend, so it's just interesting.
Yeah, well, I did grow up spending a lot of time with some of my cousins on my mom's side, but and then obviously once my stepmom Deb's side of the family came into play, we did spend some time with them. But I feel like in both instances, it's just hard to compare to the amount of time that was spent with the Nevermans. So on my dad's side, so it always feels like not a lot of time was spent with either of my mom's sides of the families, just because the the scales are so off.
Yeah, that's. I just was thinking about that the other day. Like, it's so crazy. Like, we have just very different experiences on the other side of the family. Where, like, again, like I don't have any cousins, and Danielle has a bajillion, and you're like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
only 50.
Only 50 in total between the two families. Not. Yeah. Okay, so any other points about being an Aries that you want to make sure that we are aware of before we move on?
I just feel like people always think like, because fire signs, like direct and bossy and sassy, but I feel like it's also like a loyalty thing too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to care about you till I care about you, but when I do, ride or die, like I'll do anything for you, and I will go to bat for you. Like, I'll be your mama bear. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I'll defend you. I don't care about everyone's problems. I don't have the capacity, but like if I've made that connection, and I think that's an Aries thing. Like, honestly, I think it's like a come off aggressive, but is pretty sensitive about the people they care about.
Well, I don't know, and maybe my impression's wrong, but I feel like my impression is that you're generally, and I mean, there's an overlap, but probably a difference here. You're generally rather empathetic, like / sympathetic in general, like, or do you feel like you see someone's apple getting smushed on the street? That's a weird example to give, but
I think it depends. I think also my job has like killed me inside a little bit, and I don't mean like I care about my coworkers and employees, but also like having to lead them. I think I can't let myself care, because like at the end of the day, there's decisions I have to make, and it's like I care that you're going through things in your personal life, but also I pay you to be here, and like I don't want to be like a corporate monster, but like
at the end of the day, you have a job to do.
I do try to be empathetic. I always like bring myself back and be like, what are they going through? But there is like, if I'm done with you, I'll cut you off cold turkey and never talk to you again. Like, I will burn a bridge. And I've done it.
The
And
fire sign.
it really is though. It's like, I'll give you a chance. You ruin that chance. You have no more chances. My life will be without you now. Thank you.
When is the last time you've done that, Danielle?
I mean, just like in general, my dating life, I'm like, well, I'm uninterested.
You're like matches all the time.
Yeah, like in your dating life, you're like, okay, I'm interested, and then something happens, and you're like, oh, well, we're just cutting that tie and like moving on.
Correct. Like
that's the end of that. I sympathize with that. I also.
To me, I'm like, I get it, but also I'm like, I don't have the energy. We're done.
Yeah.
I just can't. Yeah. And same with like, I don't know, like people at work, like if I'm like, okay, I like you, but you showed a side, we can work together, but like I won't let you in. I get feedback, I don't trust people, and I'm like, no.
Be trustworthy, and then I'll trust you.
I said, but also, would it not be foolish of me to put myself in a position to get fucked over all the time? I don't know. So I would say I'm empathetic, but also cautiously. Like, I will hear what you have to say, but that doesn't mean I'm going to put myself in a position of vulnerability over that.
Right.
Does that answer your question, I guess?
I think so. I think it does.
And I also think you don't see that side of me as often. Like, obviously, I'm vulnerable with you. I've known you my whole life. We've had conversations and we have a lot in common for other things. So, it's easy. Like, who are you going to tell? I'll see you at a holiday. You know, like, you can't leave.
But wait a minute. The reason you're vulnerable with me is because I can't tell anyone. Who am I going to tell?
Because he doesn't have a choice. He has to show up. Listen, it's that built-in friend, you know? Okay, so moving on to the next fire sign in the group, and arguably the most important one, Sagittarius, the explorer. Yes, I am the most important person here. I'd like you all to acknowledge that, and then we can move on with our lives. So, my core vibe is freedom-seeking truth teller with a restless mind, which, again, I don't disagree with. Adventurous, so key traits, adventurous and curious, always chasing the what's next. Honest to a fault, says it straight, sometimes too straight. Definitely have been accused of that. Independent and allergic to feeling boxed in, 100%. And then a natural storyteller with contagious enthusiasm. I feel like I've been in that, described that way before. So strengths would be visionary, inspiring, and open-minded. Watch-outs, impatient, blunt, commitment avoidant when bored. All things that I definitely agree with.
Wait,
I don't think you're commitment avoidant.
Wait, but is it commitment avoidant
I think that
when
the key
bored?
to that was like when bored.
What does that even mean?
Like I don't avoid commitments, but if it's boring, I'm fucking out.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll just leave. Yeah, which is why I tend to be a wanderer. Yeah.
My God.
I get lost. I always know where I am. You people just don't, and that's not my fault.
No, I will say we have a very specific language where you can send me 3 emojis, and I can be like, "She's here."
Yes.
Got it.
That is again like a lifetime of experience together where I'm like
a sucker music notes and a frog meme, and I'm like, she's at this bar. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You would get it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do think that for me Sagittarius is a great sign because it's like the wanderer, the person that's like always looking for a next adventure. And I do love to travel, but I will travel anywhere. Like, I don't care where it is. It could be New York City. It could be Manhattan, Kansas, which turns out there's a college there. I found that one out after I was already there.
I have a cousin, or cousins and aunts who live there on the other side of the family if you ever need to get to Manhattan.
Well, delightful. I was there for a conference, and I literally showed up. I just showed up, and my coworker and I were walking around this like downtown area, and I was like, why is there so much purple here? Like, why is there like every storefront is purple? I just don't get it. And she was like, the college. And I was like, oh, there's a college here? And she goes, tomorrow, the conference that we're going to is on the college campus. And I was like, oh, huh.
That feels right.
I, however, knew where all the breweries were. So I feel like priorities.
You
Okay.
each have your skill set. All
right.
Yeah, you're both
okay, so at a glance, so Chatty also very quickly described our relationship together, the three of us as friends. So at a glance, Aries starts the fire, Sagittarius spreads the fire into a journey, and Gemini talks about the fire, questions it, and reinvents it, which 100% I agree with all of those things. So that is, again, why we are, these are our factory settings. This is why we are the way that we are in life, which is, I feel very accurate to who we are actually in the world. Yeah, so good job, Chatty.
Yeah, but that's essentially saying Danielle gets things started, you expand on that.
100%.
Okay, and then I'm
well, okay, so when Danielle and I lived together, a lot of times she'd be like, I want to do this, and I'd be like, wonderful, let's go do these things. And so it was literally like her bucket list, and I'm just like, that sounds amazing. Like when we went to Utah during COVID, and she's like, well, what are we going to do there? And I'm like, that's a great question. Let me tell you. I have it all figured out.
Yeah, that sounds accurate, I feel like. Mm-hmm.
And you showed up, Austin.
You did show up.
And added
we went on the adventure of a lifetime through a wildfire that Danielle's still mad about.
No, I'm not mad about the fire. I'm mad about having to drive 4 hours out of the way. It's fine.
Through the fire.
A wildfire. Yeah. No, I'm more about the car sickness of going 900 miles an hour through
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Which then we had to go through the wildfire. And I think that still my favorite part of that is that I was like, oh, I should roll down the window and take a picture. And then the car filled with smoke. And I was like, oh shit, wildfires have smoke. And, I just didn't connect the two, but I did take a great picture. So I'm really thrilled about that.
It was just black and orange out. Like, what was a great picture that I needed to call.
Well, in the back seat, my windows were tinted, so I couldn't really get a clear picture of the orange. Yeah, it was a really good day. So I rolled down the fucking window, and we all almost suffocated with smoke, and that sounds like a problem for someone else.
Yeah, don't worry, Danielle. Your decreased lung capacity.
Not child in the vehicle.
She's fine. No problems there. I'm not sure what you're whining about.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that fire. I just, I feel like, I don't know if I blocked it out. I do remember going back to get my bag. That stands out in my mind, but the fire.
Through the wildfire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to drive an hour through the wildfire. You realized you didn't have your bag, so we had to drive an hour back through the wildfire, and then, had to drive an hour back through the wildfire to get home. It was a journey. And I, for one, had a great time. So
same.
Can't really. Same. I had slept. I was car sick. I was.
Yeah, Danielle was not having a great time.
I just didn't talk.
She was cranky crabby, and it took her like 5 years to get over. So I'm glad you're finally over it. Actually, it's 2026. We're moving on with our lives.
Am I?
Will you ever? Probably not. You're always gonna have that like anger,
little bitches.
Inside.
It's fine.
That small burn in your lungs. That's what you'll always.
I don't. If you care. Yeah, I was like,
ask me if I feel bad.
I have an inhaler with steroids now from lung damage, but it's fine. That's a true story. I think it's from COVID, not the wildfire.
All right, nobody knows.
I'm gonna blame
no one else has lung damage. I feel like it wasn't the wildfire.
I'm delicate.
Being dramatic.
You
are delicate, actually. Okay, so we could go down this memory lane forever. I think that we should really move into the most important piece, which is our hot take spiral. And I think we have all decided as a group that our hot take spiral is going to be focused on heated rivalry. So,
yes.
My initial hot take that makes me very angry. I've been seeing all over my TikTok that it took people till episode 4 to realize that the names assigned in the text messages of Jane and Lily were selected for a reason, but these dumbass people took forever to figure that out. It's like flashbacks to ACOTAR when Amaranth had that like riddle that everyone was supposed to solve, and the illiterate 18-year-old couldn't figure it out, and it was the easiest fucking answer. But then I found out on TikTok that nobody else knew it either, and I'm like, okay, I am not a genius.
Wait, what is ACOTAR? Did you say ACOTAR?
Court of Thorns and Roses, Amarantha. Oh, you should read it. 10 out of 10.
She's a bad girl. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you've made it this long and not heard of ACOTAR, so I'm going to need you to read the entire series. Sure. There's other things. It's fantasy.
I mean, no, but also I think my scale is different than the general public.
Yeah, I would say like the first couple of books are probably like smut light.
Oh, okay.
The further it goes in the series, the smuttier it gets.
They cut out a 3.
The best book.
About that. It's a sad time, but other than that, yeah, you are
AKA the best book. I am a Nesta stan. She is my fave. But anyway, so back to Heated Rival.
Yeah.
We could go down the ACOTAR wormhole forever, but that was I can't believe that people didn't figure that out. That was the easiest fucking literary like thing ever. There are so many like little things that are hidden throughout the series that like you are not going to catch unless you rewatch it. One of my favorite ones was like in the hospital when Shane is there and Ilya comes to visit him. If you look at the heart monitor, his heart rate slows down when Ilya is in the room because like he's not anxious anymore. Like what a sweet little like thing to like throw in there. They love each other.
I know.
Yeah, I feel like the attention to detail and the overall production value is just amazing, and certainly
it was 37
takes you
days.
through an emotional journey.
So like they did all of that, and it's so top tier, and it was like a month barely over. Like it's crazy to me that they could do that. He fucking learned Russian.
Yeah, that's insane.
Blows my mind.
Well, I mean, it is the same director that directed the Letterkenny series. So if you've never seen that, definitely go. Yeah, Shoresy. Shoresy's on my list, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen either of those.
We love a man who yearns.
Heated Rival.
Shoresy is a yearner.
Yes.
Oh my.
But yeah, Letterkenny is fantastic. It's very smart. It's really funny. I'm not 100% sure that it's up your alley, Austin.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if Austin will like it, but
are they
it's
dramas
smart.
or
no?
like...
It's a comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like a comedy.
Interesting sense of humor. Like it's
yes.
Yeah. Do you like Dairy Girls? It gives me similar vibes where it's just like very.
Oh, I could see that.
You know,
Austin, I need you to watch more TV. Get a life.
I don't drink dairy.
Have you seen
I've never seen Dairy Girls.
We just tell you to watch.
Drink dairy.
Sorry, it's just the diet I'm on. But okay, now I have a list. Now I have a list of things to watch or listen to, apparently. But Heated Rivalry, amazing. And I've been watching it, I feel like nonstop. I don't know, but you guys, well, I haven't really. Yes, I feel like I've seen a lot of like TikTok supplemental work or like reels, etc. That it has been interesting to hear about the show, but also I don't know if you guys like watch reaction videos, but that's really the form in which I'm rewatching this. Is I'll like have those are fun to watch.
So have you seen the reaction videos for, I think it's a podcast called The Empty Netters?
Yes.
And they watched it, and I know I've sent you TikToks about this, Danielle, but their reactions are so like sweet, and I've really enjoyed experiencing it through their eyes. Yeah. Green flag for sure. Yeah.
No, I love that.
I will say though that as a whole, I like Shane's parents, but in the beginning I do not like his mother. Like she is such a momager and it drives me bonkers. Like just let this man live. Like stop micromanaging him. It drives me crazy.
Series where it's like it's from her. So like Shane's really autistic. And then they were like, it's because of her. So like that's why. Like she
Yes,
is
I
like
have
that.
seen
Like
that.
she's
Yeah.
just hyper focused on making sure he's successful and doing what she can. And like obviously they support him. But I also do, and maybe this is a hot take, and I'm not gay, so I don't know, check me. But like, I do think it's nice that they didn't. I feel like when he like came out, they were obviously accepting, but like it wasn't like something where they weren't upset because he was keeping secrets, or like there was like I don't think they were mad he was gay. I think it was just more like what the fuck,
Yeah.
yeah, like all of this kind of
Like,
stuff.
why didn't you tell me? Yeah.
Correct, and I think it's valuable that like representation probably like where they had conversations and like Shane didn't apologize to her about anything and like she like said sorry and like
Yeah.
all of these things that happened, and I was like I think that's important because I feel like sometimes it's either like one extreme to the other, and this I think was probably more of like hopefully a normal experience where it was like, okay, let me process, but then also, yeah, I
Hmm.
love you, I accept you, it's nothing you need to be sorry about, it's who you are, but like, let me
Mm-hmm.
understand, and like, this is just a different version of you that I wasn't aware of, kind of a thing. And I think that was like
Yeah.
healthy, and like I said, representation where it was like, it's not like, oh yeah, we're totally shocked by this, but we're gonna pretend that like you sleeping with your rival isn't crazy. Like, obviously, there's
I
other
do
layers
love the
to
fact
that.
that the part that they seemed most upset
I
about, other
know.
than the fact that he was hiding it from them, was like that it was Ilya. Like,
Oh,
are
for
you
sure.
sure? Like you hate
Have you
each other, and it's like, well, no.
Oh,
Like hate and love, it's a fine line, you know?
yes.
Yeah, that
Foreplay.
that part I thought was hilarious. I will say that episode really turned the tide for me on his parents, because like
Mm-hmm.
again, like you could tell that they loved him, and they spent a lot of time together, and he built that cottage not far from them so that he could be, so they, like, you know, that they're close. But I don't know, sometimes it was just like they were so focused on like his hockey and how like his deals and the sponsorships and all that stuff, rather than like who he was as a person, that it was very frustrating for me. Like, why do you like his parents? Because they were driving me crazy. And then yeah, that last episode, and I'm like, okay, they actually are really good people. They do care about him, and it's not just, they don't just care about the hockey. It's like they genuinely felt bad that they felt like they put him in a place where he couldn't tell them the truth. Whereas really it's just he didn't want to let them down. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
but
I feel like overall the like presentation in this series of like potential drama, but then like ultimately like I want to say like healthy emotional resolution that happens in the various
Yeah.
moments reminds me of Schitt's Creek as well when it comes to like
yes.
presenting big stories that like we're so steeled for like trauma happening
Yeah.
from any of those moments, but in both of those
Yeah.
shows I feel like you get what is more of like an ideal reaction in a tough situation, or like a healthy reaction, even if it's hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I felt about, like, so Scott Hunter, obviously, he had a journey in episode 3, but I loved him so much because there were so many situations where like he didn't want people to know that he was gay, but then he would acknowledge that very quickly with Kip and be
Right.
like, I'm really sorry that I acted like this, or I did this, and like I'm working on these things. It wasn't just like he wasn't reacting poorly or like trying to put shame on Kip or anything. It was just like, I know this is my problem and I'm really sorry and I'm working through this, but this is, you know, I thought that he also handled things very,
Like took ownership
like you said,
of
like it's
his
a very
shit.
healthy communicator.
Yeah, and actually, let's pause on that character for a moment, because I feel like my question is, and I have my own perspective, I feel like thinking about the gay community, but
Yeah.
imagine you're Kip and you like have, let's say, even just like an amazing date with someone like Scott Hunter, and then he like unleashes on you his like, let's say, passion for you in a similar way, like it's like right up front at the beginning of their like getting to know each other.
Like love bombing.
Exactly. How would you react? Do you feel like you would take that well?
Me personally,
I think love
absolutely
bombing
not.
is so.
Do tell.
Yeah.
That's a lot of feelings immediately.
Yeah.
When we met, like
Yeah.
absolutely not. Well, No.
Yeah, I think that love bombing
Love
is
that for
so like untrustworthy because I don't know, like you're just going on vibes here. Like I need to know like what you're actually feeling. Like this is just like you're just chasing that dopamine high, which okay, fine, I understand it, but also like I don't trust it because at some point that's going to wear off and then what's going to happen?
Okay, but do you actually think that's true, like, of his character? Because I don't think he was being disingenuous, and I think he's emotionally constipated because he hasn't been able to express any fucking feelings ever.
Yeah.
So, like...
So I would say of
I think
his
it's true.
character,
What
I
I
don't
point out,
think
yeah.
it's not genuine. But I think in general, from Kip's standpoint, like Austin was saying, Kip doesn't know him. Like he's literally just run into like at work a few times. So
weird
I would definitely be, yeah, from Kip's standpoint, I definitely would be more hesitant. But also, he's also chasing that dopamine high, so I get it.
That's true. Well, and I feel like
for
what
the
comes
plot,
to mind.
Yeah.
If you do it for the
Scott
plot.
Hunter, absolutely.
If you do it for the plot, you got to be ready for the plot to thicken, guys.
Wow.
But I feel like as I think about Danielle's coin term of emotional constipation and the gay community, I feel like that does feel relevant in that like, you know, guys are coming out of the closet at like various stages in their life, and it's
for sure.
At least in my case, but I feel like it is a common experience to have like gone through like portion of their life only living and yearning, and also like not being able to express their like full selves. So like you like find someone or like a situationship where you like can connect, and it's like a scarcity mindset almost. I feel like you're like,
sure,
gotta hold on. I like feel like like hopefully the emotions are like real, of course, but you're like you know, so
no, that makes
what an interesting perspective. Yeah, perspective of like I've not previously been able to do this, so I don't want to let go of it.
Yeah, and then it's also like, how well do you know yourself to be able to like communicate in that relationship if it is scarcity and you haven't really experienced it before? Like, are you even like sure of how you're feeling? Like, was he just like, oh, this is like the first? I don't know. It doesn't go into that, but I do think that's an interesting perspective. Yeah, like Haley said, like I think that's a different way to look at it. Because I was over here and I'm like, boy, you should get. You're so cute. I've read 2 and 6 because I needed Shane and Ilya's story, and then I'm gonna go back and read them through because it's like then I will have like Kip in.
What a weird 2 and 6. There is no way.
You don't understand how the books are set up. People who've read the books will get it, okay? Because it's like Joe is heated rivalry, and that's the second book.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Well, the reason I asked though is Danielle, in those books then has it given a lot of Scott and Kip like expose, or is it in other books?
The 2 I've read, no, but there are full books about them, so I'll read them all this next week and I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is very important because I have been seeing like clips.
I've got it.
I've been seeing like clips of like obviously in a book you're getting like what the character is thinking and what they're feeling that you just can't always portray on screen. And I have been really interested to see what you think about that because some of the stuff like I have heard, a spoiler alert, you read the book so it's not a spoiler for you, but like that Ilya was going to the hospital to break up with Shane. But because Shane was like drugged up and he was like asking him to the cottage and stuff, that obviously it didn't happen. But without reading the books,
you do get more of that like internal like turmoil of like, what am I doing? Confronting my own feelings. Like obviously with those two, it was very much a situationship that they were like, well, this got out of control 10 years later. But I do think
it did get out of control.
Or like living in secret too. So it's like I do think that they have like supportive women in their life, but like okay, that's only so much. And they really touch on Ilya in the books of like spoilers, but not really, because I think this is pretty well portrayed in the show of like Shane has a whole community, right? Like even though he isn't necessarily
he's very close with his like other with his teammates
his teammates, his family.
Yeah.
He's from Canada. He has like Rose eventually.
Yeah.
He has like her friends. He has people. Ilya's family is not helpful or useful. They're not there to support him. The country he comes from is not helpful and terrifying and like scary to go back to. He doesn't have like tight knit friends. Like Shane is like his one person, but like also not really. He has Svetlana, but like also I think they have like a sexual relationship too, so it's like different because he's bi, so that's a different layer. And like, so they do a really good job of like explaining that. And then he has pretty intense mental health things that they like with his mom they talk about in the books. And like having him confront that.
They kind of allude to it a little bit in the series.
Do, but that's also like it's hard to make that natural in a series, right? To like, because mental health is like such a unique experience in general and not something you can like portray through dialogue that easily unless they're like willing to talk about it, which is a step in that journey, right? So like if you're like spiraling in your head, you can't be like, let me do it. It's like that's not how that show was filmed. It's like, let me spiral while I'm like in bed with him right now. You could kind of tell he acted it beautifully, but like it's not like you can. Again, people didn't fucking understand the alliteration between Jane and Shane and Ilya and Lily. So like,
they missed that one.
Context of mental health issues, especially if they're blessed to not have them. Like, I don't know. So.
Well, two things. One, I feel like it's worth backflipping off of something you said earlier, which is that the women in the show are amazing in all ways. Super
very supportive.
Just quality human beings. So that was wonderful. Two, my question for you two would be between Shane and Ilya, who is more your type?
Ilya.
Ooh, yeah, if I had to pick between the two of them,
emotionally damaged me.
Yeah, 100% he would. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I would probably lean towards Ilya because he's a more dominant personality. But let's be honest, Scott Hunter is my type. Like, he's the one I'm picking. So
that's true. I didn't think about having that option.
Yeah. I mean, if it was between the three of them, not even a question. Okay, so the question to you, Austin, then, Ilya or Shane?
Oh, it's tough. But I think I would.
No,
I mean,
we didn't get those options.
You picked it anyway.
It's adorable, but
I could see Austin with
yeah.
I mean, I couldn't say no to any one of them, but if I had to pick, I think I would go with Ilya. Ilya, I think similarly is quick-witted and like a strong personality, and I certainly don't like to be bored, so I would want to be engaged.
Oh my god, do we have the same type?
Russians?
No. Type, I do think in this scenario. Oh,
obviously not you.
Yeah, I could see the two of you having a similar. Yeah, obviously not me. No. Okay, so we do still have one segment left that I want to dive into. So, any more thoughts on heated rivalry before we move into our last segment of the podcast?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
So everyone should watch it. If you don't watch it and you think that it is like uncomfortable to watch, then you're a homophobe or you have some internal things going on. And because think about this, there's a lot of gay men in the world who watch fucking shows of straight people all the time and it doesn't make them uncomfortable. So I think this is an internal issue. So shut the fuck up. It's amazing. It's beautifully done. Everyone should watch it. That's what I have to say.
Oh my god, could I add? That was the better note to end on, but my side note to that is
a side quest.
Is that I was talking to my dad last week for his birthday. I was talking to him for his birthday, so Sunday. Maybe.
Andy.
And
Andy.
And
missed that. Oops.
We were talking about all the sports that he was watching, and I mentioned to him that I had recently gotten to hockey.
Was he curious how you got there?
Yes, and we traded. I suggested he watch Heated Rivalry because it's about hockey, and he suggested a movie that I should watch. I don't remember what it's called. But, well, one, my dad, who's a great ally. Two, might soon become a Heated Rivalry fan. Who knows? But
I can't wait. You have to update us on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking this note. I need the follow-up. Okay, so moving into, are you ready for Taylor, our final segment of the podcast is breaking down a Taylor Swift song. And for the first ever breakdown, we're going with Mastermind from the Midnight album. So, initial thoughts on the song, and what is your favorite lyric? Go.
I
One
feel
of
like
you
I
two.
should end because I have a lot to say. So go ahead, Austin.
I'm not surprised at all. Awesome. Initial thoughts.
I like some of the themes that are played with in this, like the duality of both like fate versus like control. That is brought up in these lyrics. I feel like what it evoked when I listened to it most recently was just kind of a reflection on like that sense of like letting go when you're like trying to find the one, you know, the quote unquote the one. Like I feel like it's always talked about how like when you're like at a place in your life when you stop looking and you just like that's like
you
when
least expect it.
Exactly. And this seemed to be like saying the opposite, right? That like there was like a plan and you know, she was the mastermind behind it. So I was kind of like toying around with like, I don't know, the right approach to dating essentially, but that's maybe topical for me.
Well, clearly Taylor historically has had the right approach to dating, so
it's worked out.
Definitely things you could learn. Yeah, definitely things. Yeah, it did work out in the end for her. So you know.
Well, and I don't know.
Take a page out of her book.
That's true. Well, and I mean, dating in general is such a good catalyst for change, and for like personal growth. So even if it's like not a long-term thing, it's like a growth trajectory.
Yeah,
so
you get
anyway,
feedback on your zodiac sign.
That's so
yeah.
true. That's what
I don't think that my husband would really like it if I started dating other people. So I am gonna rely on you guys for that.
Well, my dating life right now is a weekly tea leaf reading of my astrology based on the kind of dates that I'm
love
pulling.
that. Okay, so you're gonna have to bring us back notes for next time. I need to know. I need to know what your leaves say. Okay, so what is your favorite lyric?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I would have a hard time, I think, pulling out something specifically. No, I don't think any one thing in this. We have to come back to me.
Well, yeah, we'll come back to you because you definitely have to give us an answer. Okay. But since Danielle wants to go last, I will go next. So I love this song lyrically because it has like whoever in their mind thought that somebody would use the lyrics of I'm only cryptic and Machiavellian because I care. Like, who puts that into a song? Genius. I love it. The thing that I loved about this song is like, one, I totally can understand the viewpoint of like trying to, I wouldn't say like control every step, but manipulate every step. So I really like that. But also I really like in the end that the person that she has been manipulating to find to like, he knew it the whole time that she was doing it. And so like what a like-minded, like potentially kindred spirit that she has found. So I really love that as the ending of the song is that all this work that she was doing, he noticed it and appreciated it. And of course, my favorite line is all the wisest women had to do it this way. So,
yeah, I did consider that when I was thinking about lines.
Yeah,
that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah, historically, I do believe that a lot of women operated in this mentality because they had to. And again, I really enjoyed it.
I will say, I think I have settled up in this short amount of time on my favorite.
Yeah, love it.
Which is not too.
I love a decision.
Not too far away from yours. It's the I'm the wind in our free flowing sails and the liquor in our cocktails. I feel like it just resonated with my Gemini soul.
It really hits. Yeah. I do enjoy that in the liquor in our cocktails line for sure. Danielle, what do you have for us?
All right. So I definitely feel like I relate to this song a ton. It's one of the songs like when I listened to Midnight, it was You're on Your Own, Kid, and then this one that like stuck out to me the most.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think
100%.
it represents Taylor just in general because I don't think she does anything accidentally. Like she is a fucking genius. There is a reason she does everything. The Easter egg, she's like holding us all like a puppeteer, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I respect it. And I also agree with you on your like point about manipulation, which this sounds awful, but I feel like I manipulate people all the time, but it's not like out of like that I hate. It's just out of like a control thing to like to like self-preservation, because I was like, she talks about getting bullied when you were little in this song. Definitely got bullied when I was little, and I think since then I've like code switch to be able to adapt to whatever situation I'm in, to be able to like mask, to not necessarily be liked, but like to be in control of where I'm at, so that I'm not getting rejected or getting made to look a fool. Like, I don't want to look stupid. That is like a fear that I have, and I think she touches on that a lot in the song. I also think just like planning ahead and thinking of all of the things, like I think the planning and the anxiety that I talked about in this song are very much like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That's clicking. Because it's like you said, all the wisest women had to do it this way. Like, it's like you're pushed into a corner, and this is your reaction to be able to survive, and not just survive, but thrive. And it's like, it is what it is. Like, did I choose this? No, but am I going to do what I have to do to get through it and be
work within the system?
Absolutely, I am. So I just think that's like, yeah, like she talks about like having strategy, planning ahead, like being accepted, and like thinking of her as a little girl who wasn't. And I just like the storytelling of the song, I think, is beautiful. The being able to relate to it, but also it's like so poetic, so it's like the message comes across so easily, but also like she's smart, right? She uses all these words, she uses all of this, like she paints a story. I don't know, I love it. And then I think my favorite lyric is, no one wanted to play with me as a little kid, so I've been scheming like a criminal ever since to make them love me and make it seem effortless.
I knew that you were going to pick that, because we kind of like briefly talked about it over the weekend, but also it's a fantastic bridge.
Well, I was just going to say, to kind of like cartwheel off of what Danielle was saying in terms of like social strategy, that being something that kind of like spoke to you from the lyrics. I feel like all three of us, one, are people who have like, in many ways, like developed our social game, and also are in jobs where you need to leverage that tactfully and strategically. So, I mean, I think generally there's something to be said about like, as like growing yourself in that way to engage in a social world, but two, that like we're specifically in jobs where it's important to be able to surface things at the right time, at the right place, and in the right way.
Yes. Yeah, I work in sales and marketing. So like for me, I have to be able to like read the customer and like phrase things in a way that I know will make sense to them, but also supports my argument of like, I'm the one that can solve your problem. Which isn't, I guess, really a manipulation, but it's just understanding how other people's minds work, and then using that as leverage to get what I need to get done.
Yeah, I feel like manipulation can have like a negative connotation, but like ultimately, one, you're like becoming better at engaging socially with the people around you, and kind of like you just echoed, and I think Danielle said as well, you're trying to accomplish like multiple whys, right? Like the reason why you're there and the reason whoever you're engaging with is there as well. So that's just strategy.
Well, again, like in the context of this song, like she ends up finding the person that notices that she's doing all of that stuff, which one, fantastic, like how great is he that he's noticing this stuff, but then also like he enjoys it. So like to your point, manipulation can be negative, but also there's a flip side to that. Like,
well, and it's powerful to be seen, right? And it's like you feel like you're a puppeteer and you're a master and you're controlling all these things, and like you said, he notices, and you're like, oh, not mad, understands like the effort I'm putting forth. So to your point, Austin, like it's not necessarily to control people, like maybe to a degree, like in the narrative and like the goal you have at your job specifically, but also like I'm just trying to understand the dynamic that we have and like adapt to that. And like she's like, oh, I'm in control, I'm like adapting, I'm doing all of this, and you still understand who I am.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Well, what a great note to end on. So everyone, again, welcome / I hope you enjoy this experience of being a part of the relatively chaotic life. Next week, what you can look forward to is we're going to dive into our love languages, and then the Taylor Swift song that we're going to be breaking down is You Belong With Me. So things to look forward to if you, one, don't know your love language, better get on that, but also a new Taylor Swift song in a entirely new era to learn and break down. So any last thoughts before we end this? If I feel it was less chaotic than it could have been.
Agreed. We really reeled it in.
Yeah, something to look forward to for next week.
Nope, I think we're good to go. I'm excited for next week, and yeah,
let us know what Andy thinks about Heated Rivalry.
Yeah,
I'll see him this weekend. Maybe we can watch it together.
Oh,
do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.